keeping his place in the team after an impressive showing on Monday night. Chris Porter, who certainly tested Cherney in the first half. Porter's cross, and Sutton can't connect.
Well, Motherwell have definitely identified the fact that Porter has got the legs on Mark McLaughlin, drops his shoulder, whips another great ball in across the 6-yard box, and again Swales does his job, gets goal side of Sutton and eases it out.
An urgent start to the second half of Motherwell, and it needed to be. Their fans are gathered behind the goal that they're attacking in the second half. Quinn. McCarthy. Klimple across him.
You can already see the Motherwell team are 10 yards further up the pitch collectively. Mark McGee obviously wants them to be on the front foot. They've got to do something different to get back in this game.
McClenahan's throw. Offiong. Cleared by Klimple. Hamilton last in the top division at the end of the 80s. They would dearly love to hang around this time. They have the lead. And 3 points today would put them level with Motherwell and with Falkirk and with Inverness. Billy Reid hoping that those 3 points will come his way. Murdoch sends that towards Mensing. Here he is. Oliver allowed Easton to do with it. Mensing up against Hamill. That seems a rather soft free kick.
Soft, that's an understatement. Good defending by Stephen Hamill. He read the script. You could see that Mensing was just going to let it run across him. Took a touch, slight arm up, but my goodness, you see that challenge every 2 minutes in a game. You can see Mensing now he got lucky there.
Yeah, Hamill could barely believe it, and no wonder. Mensing the target for Murdoch again. Simon Mensing facing his former club, although he only managed 4 games for Motherwell. Yeah, Santa needs a pie. Can't argue with that.
Looks like he's lost a bit of weight.
Sutton will rise with Swales. A high boot on McGarry will give Motherwell a free kick and more encouragement as they go in search of an equaliser. The goal is badly needed, but they've been in short supply lately for Motherwell. McGarry sends it in. Murdoch came a fair way. Took out one of his own men in the process, I think. An awkward fall for McLaughlin, who stays down.
But you can see McGarry just hangs up to the far stick. Murdoch comes, not totally convincing, but he gets enough on it to clear the danger, taking his centre-back out in the process.
Billy Reid's Hamilton leading their Lanarkshire rivals.
There's plenty of dispute from the Motherwell dugout about whether or not this was offside, but I think we've seen it enough times to know that it was level. Very, very good finish by the young lad, who I'd say has been the pick of the Hamilton players today. 18 years old, he's some prospect. I saw him play 18 months ago and he was 9 stone dripping wet, but he's filled out a lot. And he's got a lovely touch on the ball, very graceful, and he's got decent pace as well. He's got everything. No wonder there's plenty of clubs watching him.
We all fill out when we get older, don't we? There's some concern here for McLaughlin, and of course Hamilton have already lost their keeper with concussion in the first half. And it doesn't look great here for McLaughlin. Call for a stretcher. The lady physio, Avril Downs, is rather concerned. And the change is going to have to be made. Martin Canning, a natural replacement for McLaughlin.
Well, this was Murdoch coming for it. And obviously that's always the danger when you come off your line. Keep your eye on the ball and you're not sure what you're going to do in the process. Look to saw one for McLaughlin.
So that's the second Hamilton Accies player to be replaced, leaving Billy Reid short of options now. Martin Canning has been sent off in 2 of his last 3 games, giving away penalties which were scored in both matches. Also got sent off at the end of last season against Celtic. Red cards against Celtic and Rangers this season. And Jim O'Brien is going to get a run out for Motherwell shortly. But it's Hamilton Accies who will make the change once they are sure about McLaughlin. And they'll take their time.
Well, in a way, Billy Reid is lucky that he's got a ready-made replacement in Martin Canning. Also had the option of bringing on Tony Stevenson, but if he had done that, he would have to rejig his formation a fair bit, but this is just a straight swap. Far from ideal, of course, because McLaughlin was having a decent game. But I would say Canning's got more pace about him than Porter, and it might work out in Hamilton's favour.
The second casualty for the Accies today. Lost their keeper in the first half. And now Mark McLaughlin is stretched off. And Martin Canning will come on to replace him. Jim O'Brien is going to take the place of Jamie Murphy. This is O'Brien's 10th appearance for Motherwell, and all of them have been as a sub. From a Celtic player who was loaned out a couple of times before making a permanent move to Motherwell.
And the Motherwell fans not too happy with that decision, showing their displeasure. I think that's more about the fact that Murphy's coming off and O'Brien's coming on, but he'll have a point to prove, having not started a game since he came to Fir Park.
And Stephen McGarry thought that he was going to move across to the right, and I'm sure that will be the case. So Mark McLaughlin's game is over. We shall check on his welfare. Saunders with a long throw. Reynolds. Murdoch's coming, big shout. Swales left it, mind you, he wasn't about to get in his way after that last incident with McLaughlin.
No, but it was a good shout by the goalkeeper, very confident shout, and he came and got the ball, took the pressure right off.
So a lengthy delay. Easton, snuffed out by McGarry. Porter. Martin Canning, involved straight away. Saunders Sutton, McGarry, Easton and Neal closed in on McGarry. He is rather bemused. And Hamilton get the throw.
No doubt Motherwell's main threat has come down this right-hand side.
McGarry. Cleared by Canning. McCarthy. Simple got that horribly wrong. An hour played, and James McCarthy's goal just before half-time, separating the sides. Quinn giving Porter something to chase. It's awkward for Elabet, but he dealt with it. That's bounced off James McCarthy. McCarthy. Quinn's challenge. The victory would certainly give Hamilton a huge lift. What could be quite a close fight for survival in the SPL this season.
Well, Hamilton have worked hard to get it, haven't they? They're not going to give it up without a fight. And there's plenty of other teams in the mix. Falkirk, of course, who we'll be seeing tomorrow against Celtic. They're struggling for results. Inverness right down there in the mix. St Mirren.
Offside against John Sutton.
It's a dangerous game, though, Hamilton are playing. 1-0, always a dodgy scoreline. Haven't offered much threat in this second half, and it almost looks as if they're settling for 1-0. Motherwell have got plenty of time to play their way back into this match.
One worry for Motherwell is that only 5 different players have scored for them this season, and only 2 of them are out on the pitch just now. McCarthy chasing. Reynolds and Hamill conspire to clear. Reynolds did keep it in. Looks like Darren Smith will be next on for Motherwell.
Well, no great surprise there, really. Mark McGee's got to continue to shake things up. Bring on forward-thinking players with a little bit of pace. Smith certainly fits into that category.
Porter. McGarry. Neither here nor there. Darren Smith has been a regular from the bench this season. Used to be a season ticket holder at Fir Park before he became a player. Stephen McGarry who's going to be replaced. Darren Smith will add an additional forward thrust. But it's Billy Reid's Hamilton who still have the lead on Derby Day in Lanarkshire. Offion gets a free kick.
Well, that's O'Brien now on, Smith on. Mark McGee's got one more option open to him, but I imagine he might be thinking about changing the formation a little bit. Motherwell were always 4-3-3 last season. Perhaps he might push Smith further on and just leave 2 holding midfielders and almost go 4-2-4 or 4-3-3.
Bensing's free kick. McCarthy. Elabet still up there. Offion unable to pursue it. Now Chris Porter, and Hamilton a little stretched. Lasley racing through the middle, Darren Smith up there too. Can Porter keep going? No, he can't. Tracked by McClenahan and McCarthy. But this is Jim O'Brien. Easily taken by Sean Murdoch.
Well, for me, that was poor play by Porter. He broke through on the left-hand side, but Smith was making up ground fast, and if he just slipped him in early doors, he was through one-on-one with the keeper, but he didn't lift his head. Decided to try and go himself. Look at Smith, he's just going for a pass. You can see Lasley getting up in support as well, but in the end, wasted opportunity for Motherwell.
McCarthy nearly slipped it through to Offiong. Darren Smith. Smith looking to get the better of Easton. Rather reckless lunge born out of frustration from Darren Smith will give Hamilton Accies a free kick.
I'm surprised at Darren Smith there. You see he was hugging the touchline, but you thought he had to try and cut inside at some stage because Easton is very, very left-sided. Doesn't like defending when people cut inside him, but in the end got the job done.
News on Mark McLaughlin, by the way, is that he got a knee in the kidneys from his own keeper. Stretched it off in some pain, but receiving the necessary treatment now. Easton. Offiong and McCarthy hunting, and Reynolds' mistake, and McCarthy's in again! It's 2-0 to Hamilton Accies! And they are getting one over their Lanarkshire rivals today. It's going to be a Merry Christmas for Billy Reid and Hamilton.
Well, you've got to feel for Mark Reynolds because he did the hard bit. Klimpel's positioning is poor again, but Reynolds is reading the situation, but he doesn't get enough on his back pass. McCarthy reads the script, ball into the channel, Klimpel steps up, but it's Reynolds is there first, but he doesn't clear it well. Another nutmeg, but a decent finish by McCarthy. Job done, 2-0 up, and you've got to think there's no way back for Motherwell now.
A double strike for James McCarthy, the 18-year-old with such a bright future, doing his bit for Hamilton's present, and Mark McGee's Motherwell find themselves 2 down, and they just cannot score lately.
But again, Ian, you look at the problems they're creating for themselves. It's 2 balls, straight balls over the top of defence, and they end up in 2 goals, and there have been other chances from that as well. That is a serious weakness for them.
Hamilton would need to win 5-0 to move above Motherwell on goal difference, but as it stands, they will be joining them on 17 points, and Offiong looks to break away now. Offiong centre. McCarthy lurking again, but it's grabbed by Graham Smith. Motherwell need a very quick reply. And Sutton may just get onto this. Was he held back there? It certainly looked like he might have had a case, but he's carrying on anyway. Quinn. Darren Smith. Quinn's cross. Porter's in there. Lasley on the volley. O'Brien. It's fairly frantic now. O'Brien!
But I've got to say, my gut reaction, there was something in it here. Sutton gets himself into the box and he gets brought down, albeit it might be accidentally by Elibert, but the bottom line is he gets himself into the box, he drags him down. I tell you, for me, that's a penalty.
Well, Ian Bryans was a fair way behind, and his assistant decided against the idea of a penalty.
Well, you were right, Ian. He was miles off the play, the referee, in which case he needed help from his linesman, but he kept his flag to his chest. Not prepared to make a decision. I think between them, the referee and the linesman have got it wrong.
Yes, Brian McGarry, the assistant referee, didn't do Mark McGee or Scott Leach any favours there. A strong case for Motherwell. And as you saw, Hamilton Accies are going to make their final change. Joel Thomas is waiting to come on. And that change will happen now. Richard Offiong trudges off. And on in his place comes Joel Thomas.
Offiong's been a threat, no doubt about that. He's worked the channels well, his pace has been a problem for Motherwell. He's done his job. Probably just looking to get some fresh legs on, Billy Reid.
Played for Bordeaux and Kaiserslautern in his time, Joel Thomas. Mensing. We're into the last 20 minutes. Motherwell desperate for a goal. And the penalty would have given them the opportunity to ensure an interesting finale to this game. They certainly need a goal ASAP. But they've only scored one in their last 6 matches. O'Brien. Oh, it's come off the post. Quinn challenged initially, and corner is the outcome.
That was a great ball in by Jim O'Brien. Good pace on the ball. Quinn gets across his man. It actually looks like it's the Hamilton defender who clears it.
It's Jim O'Brien's corner. It's a good one. Murdoch got something on it. Smith returned it. Hamill. Motherwell's need is urgent.
Well, they might be 2-0 up, but they're certainly living dangerously. Survived a very, very dodgy penalty shout. Sean Murdoch, who's been in the action, has been flying off his line at times.
There's O'Brien, who's supplied a few crosses already in the short space of time he's been on the field. Sutton. The first league encounter this season between these teams ended 2-0 to Motherwell at Fir Park. It's the other way around, on the other ground at the moment. Saunders, Darren Smith across, big opportunity for Porter, plucked out of the air by Murdoch.
Well, they work it into a wide area. It pops out for Darren Smith. He stands a great ball up to the far post. Porter can't get enough pace on the header, just lofts it to the far stick. But he's from a standing jump and he can't get enough on it.
Klimple and Reynolds toiling. Swales. Launched by Graham Smith towards Sutton, headed away by Canning. Ooh, O'Brien. Quinn. Saunders. Early ball. Porter. Swales is the man marking Porter.
Well, I don't know where Motherwell have been for the first hour of this match, but they've suddenly come alive just in the last 10 or 15 minutes, getting some great balls into the box. That was another one from Stephen Saunders. Smith has put some good balls into the box. Quinn is playing further forward, but is it too little, too late?
Quinn. Reynolds. Porter goes up with Canning. Over a quarter of an hour remaining. Some desperate defending from Hamilton at the moment as Motherwell look for a response to a double strike from James McCarthy. Motherwell denied a penalty claim.
Well, we were talking about the incident, the penalty incident. Look at how far Ian Bryans is away as the ball works itself into the box. It's Elabert who has a tug at him, maybe just outside the box, but he brings him down well inside. You can see Paul Quinn looking around. Ian Bryans must have been 50 yards off the play there, but his linesman had a good view of it, could have helped him out, made the decision. Didn't think there was much in it.
Well, the SPL managers apparently aren't going to talk about referees much after matches. I wonder how long that'll last. Billy Reid's sitting pretty though, on a 2-0 lead. Sutton. He's committed as Neil.
You look at this scoreline, 2-0 to the home side, it looks comfortable, but I don't think there's been a lot in this match. Hamilton have taken their chances, but on the balance of play there hasn't been an awful lot in it, but two glaring mistakes defensively from Motherwell look to have cost them dearly.
Yes, two poor goals to concede for sure, especially when you haven't been scoring much lately. As it stands, Hamilton will join Motherwell, Falkirk and Inverness on 17 points. At the bottom of the table, Saunders being allowed to run. He wasn't far away.
Well, they obviously didn't think he was going to do anything other than just funnel the ball wide, but he lifts his head 30 yards out. It sits up nicely for him. And he certainly has Sean Murdoch scrambling across his goal just to cover it.
Motherwell with exactly double the amount of goal attempts than Hamilton. Never was very good at maths. Klimple. Porter. Smith would have been offside. More action from the SPL tomorrow when Celtic go to Falkirk from 1. And next Saturday, 11:30, we kick off for Rangers against Celtic from Ibrox. Thomas. He's making progress and they still can't stop him. Handball though. Used his hand. Motherwell need a late show to beat them all. McCarthy, who has scored both goals for Hamilton. Hamill, lost out to Mensing. O'Brien. Turned out by Swales. Ashley will leave it for Hamill. He's skipped a few yards ahead of his time. 10 minutes left. Still no sign of a Motherwell recovery, and it's going to take some recovery, this. Saunders in, little flick from Porter. Quinn challenging. Graham Smith sending that in Jim O'Brien's direction. The throw-in has gone to McClanahan, who actually wasn't expecting it.
Probably because he headed it out, I should think.
Minor detail.
Well, 10 minutes to save the match for Motherwell, but you've got to say we're more or less halfway through the season. If they didn't think they were in a relegation dogfight before this match, they need to wake up and smell the coffee, because the table doesn't lie. There'll be 4 teams level on 17 points, and St Mirren in the shake-up as well. Plenty of teams.
Hamilton have got some big games coming up against teams that they might fancy getting results against. Motherwell have some massive matches as well. Christmas and New Year. Home to Inverness and away to St Mirren. Huge games.
The thing is, you can't ignore the fact Motherwell, I mean, if they go on to lose this match, as looks likely, with 5 defeats on the bounce, the confidence must be slowly slipping away.
Reynolds towards Porter, who has flicked it on for Darren Smith. Cross came Canning. Some Motherwell fans have departed from behind that goal, seen enough already, but if they were to score here, it would certainly give them a sense that a comeback is on. Any which way they can, they need a goal. Hamill floats the corner in. Murdoch didn't quite get to it, and it's off the line. Sutton poked it goalwards. Hamill into the side netting. What a waste.
Is it any great surprise that the man who comes to the rescue when the ball pops out and he has to clear it off the line is James McCarthy? The hero at one end of the pitch and the hero at the other. Ball pops around, does his job.
No wonder Mark McGee's scratching his head. The goals have seriously dried up for Motherwell of late. McCarthy back in the other half of the field now, but doing his bit at both ends for the Hamilton Accies cause today. It's awkward for Reynolds, this. Joel Thomas. McCarthy's on a hat-trick. Thomas. Oops. One of your shots, that's it. Neil for McCarthy, who's offside. It's destined to be a miserable festive period for Motherwell as they loiter far too near the bottom of the SPL. Hamilton and Motherwell would both be on 17 points in a few minutes' time. Falkirk and Inverness also are in Inverness home for Aberdeen later today. Falkirk hosting Celtic tomorrow, of course, and we'll be there for that one. McClanahan. Lasley was mugged. Thomas. Only McClanahan is in the box at the moment. Paul Quinn is going to be in bother. He's going to receive a yellow card, a man who's seen red a couple of times this season.
Well, no great surprise that Motherwell are flying into challenges, trying to rescue the situation. Mensing takes a touch. It's not quite as bad as it looks, but it's a committed challenge. Ian Bryant goes to the book.
Some Motherwell fans trudging wearily away. Ian Bryant's having a word with the wall. Mensing leaves the free kick for Thomas. Nowhere near goal. The Lanarkshire Derby honours going to Hamilton Accies, it seems, as Motherwell continue to fire blanks.
I think it's a fair comment to make, although if Chris Porter had his shooting boots on, he could have had a hat-trick the other night and plenty of chances for him again today.
Thomas challenging, so too Mensing. Thomas again, McCarthy ahead of him. Routine save for Smith. Hopeful punt down the middle towards Sutton, but it's met by Canning. Hamilton lost their keeper with concussion in the first half, lost Mark McLaughlin with a kidney injury in the second half, but they're still coming out on top on Derby Day in this part of the world, unless Motherwell have an amazing, remarkable revival planned. The way it's gone for them lately, that all seems rather unlikely. Saunders planning a long one towards Sutton, no doubt, but Alex Neil has never been far away when those long throws have come in. Thomas. It's certainly condensed. Klimple. Here's Hamill. Reynolds. Taking a direct route towards Sutton. Darren Smith had actually come into the box from the right-hand side. Motherwell's miserable run of late set to continue. Mark Reynolds. And Reynolds again, and Quinn! But it sticks with Murdoch.
Well, that was a great bit of play between Reynolds and Quinn. Can't resist to come forward, and he plays a great one too. Sits up well for Quinn, but it's on his weak side. Unfortunately, not the best of finishes. Straight at Sean Murdoch.
We're in the last minute of the 90, but there's going to be a fair amount of time added on after Mark McLaughlin was stretchered off. MacArthur Has run out of room. Hamill. O'Brien. There's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time then, but Motherwell need 2 goals. And just lately, scoring 1 has been a big ask of them. Quinn. Quinn towards Porter. Swales first to it. Hamill. O'Brien. Lasley. Klimple. There's no outlet on the right yet because Darren Smith had moved into the box again, but here he is. Saunders. McClenahan won that. Thomas providing an outlet. Briefly. Hamill, O'Brien. Motherwell gambling on pushing men forward. James McCarthy is not exactly a man in a hurry. 2 goals today for the 18-year-old, tracked by so many big clubs.
But they're just doing what you would expect them to do, Ian, just trying to run down the clock. Not sure if they're aware if there's plenty of time added on, but they've been dropping deeper and deeper as this second half has gone on, but it hasn't had any great effect yet. Motherwell not able to take advantage. Motherwell will no doubt be looking at this game. You know they're going to be suggesting that the officials have been against them, trying to claim that the first goal from McCarthy was offside. It wasn't. Looking for a penalty midway through the second half. Arguably it was, but the bottom line is I think they have to look closer to home. They've not been playing well. 5 defeats in a row would suggest that. They're going to have to find a turnaround in form, and pretty quickly as well.
Darren Smith found Swales in his way. Hampton have waited 20 years to host Motherwell in this town. And with this kind of result, it probably feels like it's been worth the wait. Climple's error. O'Brien. Up towards Darren Smith, away by Canning. Paul Quinn charging in. Quinn's got Lasley nearby. Lasley's cross. Away by Swales. Hamilton standing tall, firm and proud, and closing in on a victory that will give them great encouragement in the fight for survival.
Yeah, credit to the 3 centre-backs for Hamilton, or 4, because obviously Canning came on. They've done their job very, very well.
MacArthur and McCarthy hunting a hat-trick. MacArthur still has it. Neil. Mensing. Thomas. Mensing. Well, he would dearly love a goal against a club where he never really got the chance to make an impression.
He's had a really good game today, plenty of energy, good play, plays it round the corner, looks for the return, can't quite get across this one. He's had a decent match, and I think both Mensing and McCarthy playing in behind Offyoung have been crucial to Hamilton's success today.
McCarthy. In the last minute of stoppage time now. Job well done by Hamilton. And what makes it even sweeter is that they have beaten their Lanarkshire neighbours in the process. For the second time this season, having ousted them from the Cork Cup. Motherwell have problems, that is clear. Looks like it will be an intriguing battle to avoid the drop this season.
I think the one bonus that Mark McGee has got is key players like Clarkson and Hughes are out, and they are bound to get a big lift when those players are available again, and it won't be too long before they are.
Well, Hamilton may still be bottom, but they're going to have themselves a merry little Christmas after Billy Reid's side saw off their close rivals and neighbours Motherwell with 2 goals from teenager James McCarthy, who also popped up to clear one off the line late in the game. Hamilton are now level with McGee's Motherwell at the foot of the SPL, and it will give them big belief now that they could avoid the drop. 2 cheap goals conceded by Motherwell, but they were still well taken by McCarthy. Defensive woe for Motherwell, and Hamilton Accies are certainly making a fight of it down at the bottom of the table. It took them a while to get into the top flight. They're not going to let it go easily. It finishes here. Hamilton 2, Motherwell 0.